Hey everybody. All right. Um, this is just a quickie, just some of my perspective or view on. Right now, I'm writing an article on herbal nootropics and natural biohacking, and we'll get into that later in a different video, but just real fast to talk about that. It's what I've been talking about the whole time in all of the videos is basically that, reigniting your dormant DNA structure, and that's what this Ascension stuff is about too. And to think about, consider like all the indigenous tribes in the world, and how they lived in more harmony with nature. And also I wanted to say about the new techno biohacking, that it takes longer to do this natural biohacking basically. But that's what we're talking about when we talk about all this holistic health stuff and the spiritual stuff and the emotional stuff. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about on a long-term kind of goal to change your programming, change your water structure, change your program, write your own program, write your own narrative for your existence in this biological body, for your avatar. So all these healthy nutritional, supplemental, all these kind of practices, the exercises, the yoga, the nature walk, it's pretty obvious that for me anyways, use your own discernment and everything, of course, always, but from my heart and my view, my little filter, I know it takes longer to do, but just today, like that little meditation in the sun, watching the birds and the bees across the field, and that little photonic lights coming in, and I can feel it reigniting my DNA and heading into that cycle of the fourth dimensional. And because of all the negative agendas and whatever you want to dig through, rabbit holes you want to go down through that, but through having that suppressed and now lifting with there's a lot of support out here, not only us as human beings, but there's a whole bunch of support naturally, astronomically, the lineup of the planets, and cosmologically, of course, and then the help through the cosmic intelligence, through your own divinity, our own divinity, through source codes coming through our sun, Solaris, and Gaia. And when you ground and you put your even when you're camping with your tent laying out on the ground, you're feeling that vibe, So natural biohacking, basically everything that I've talked about, covered in all the alchemical wizards and all those blogs that I wrote, which will help us, in my view, will help us be more healthy, and you start designing that kind of a lifestyle. You incorporate the spiritual, you incorporate some of the neurology, the mindset for the positive thinking. You set that in motion. You set your goals. You figure out your own meaning to your own life. You call the shots. You're not playing the victim anymore, or the victimizer. You become your own sovereign free will embodiment. You're bringing in your light body, your fourth dimensional light body, into this, and it's and it's transmuting the biological body, your avatar, and you're bringing it, because you're doing all these healthier practices, and you're widening you're painting a bigger picture. You're widening your view of the cosmos and what it means to be here. You know what it means to be here, man. You can make that up yourself. So it's a longer term thing. It's not a quick fix with the techno biohacking, but just a little on that topic of natural, considering natural biohacking basically is what I have been talking about through all the videos, and letting these photonic waves come in, incorporate them as best you can, staying hydrated with structured water. Another thing, the structured water, there's also, like, people make the crystals too that you can sit inside your water to structure it too. So there's all different, just to look into different ways to structure your water and have healthy, because remember, this is your biological body is almost like over 70% water with the microorganisms, and you're held together by an electromagnetic field, a morphogenetic field, as I call it. And in this grander scale, and they're always hitting everything. Notice that I'm out in nature right now and away from the damaging EMF. That's going to be one of the things that's going to be like, wow, that was like petroleum, that was like asbestos. I can't believe we even did that. It's crazy. So definitely, I know I say it so often and stress this, but please be aware of all those negative, polluting EMF fields. Okay, that's why out here in the natural state, outside in nature, it's just so magnificent. These fields are full of the force, life force, right? Because it's it connects you with source more. So obviously, and that's what all the old ancient teachings of the indigenous tribes of the world were, talking about a lot. Father Sky, Mother Earth, the whole thing, and in the groove, man. Get into the vibe of it, man. That's a way to explain it, I guess, instead of scientifically. It's more foo-foo spiritual, I guess. But it is a way to describe things. So hopefully we've described things in a little bit of like the particle physics and the quantum of it, and the morphogenesis of this process that we're in. And also the consciousness, the collective consciousness, and the cosmic intelligence, the cosmic consciousness that animates everything, that animates this biological body, this avatar. And that's what I talk about when the fourth dimensional self and your fifth dimensional self and your sixth and seventh and eighth and ninth and 12th, and these giant soul families that you have, basically, is another way to describe it. And to say you get more out into the collective energies, right? So you're bringing that down, you're bringing that consciousness in so that you can incorporate it and actually utilize that loving, compassionate, humbled, because that your higher self, basically, like what you call God or source, your higher self, your oversoul, is basically connected even more so to all the other experiences and stuff. So that's what gives you the wisdom. That's what gives you the enlightenment, is connecting more to source, right? and bringing that in, bringing that wisdom and enlightening yourself, lightening your load with your incorporating your light body on the next dimensional level. Very linear, but in fact, this whole process is even beyond like sacred geometries and fractal sciences and, you know, fractal math, and it is just actually just genius, man. It's just magnificent, all the way from the subatomic to the macro, right? To the cosmic. Okay, so hang in there. It's a slow process if you want to get into it, if you want to be a part of your own, like, and the earth and this solar system and this, you want to be more engaged in your own ascension process, then take on these healthy practices. And then it's a slower way to do biohacking. So it's a natural biohacking, basically, because you want to reignite your DNA structure right now. It's a beautiful time to do that. I mean, to be alive on a planetoid that is actually going through this process, and from that dark, separated duality, service to self, agendas, and now becoming more of what we call out here in the spiritual realm or metaphysics, unity consciousness and Christ consciousness. You're bringing in more of that wisdom, more attributes of Mother, Father, God, of the Prime Creator. You're bringing in more of your own attributes, because it's you. It's basically you, your fifth dimensional self, like I said, and fifth, you know, you're bringing that in so you can listen to it better, so you can incorporate it into this avatar, and you can walk around with a bit more confidence and lighter on the planet itself, just like the old indigenous tribes did. Okay? All right, I think that's enough for today, man. Because last time it was a really long one. Okay, stay hydrated, guys. Get out in nature, meditate, and let this natural process take its thing. And don't, if you get anxiety, just try to breathe. Do your 3 deep breathings, and relax and go, I'm doing okay. There's nowhere to be. There's nowhere to go. I don't have to do anything. Just drink water, meditate, and be at peace, knowing that the process is going on. You're in the process, man. You're in life. You're in the cosmos, flinging around on the surface of a planet, man. Like, right? And look at all, like, nature. Look at how slow it moves. Slowness, rest too. If you feel like you need to rest, seriously, if you feel like you need to rest this avatar, rest and sleep more often too. Don't worry about getting anything done. Seriously, if you're, because you are definitely incorporating. Like the other day, there was like some more solar flares. There was a couple of more sunspots, and it came through, and I was just like, boom, because there wasn't really for a couple of months there, because we were still incorporating that long one, that long photonic wave. So if you feel like you're tired, then please get some rest, and don't even if you think that you're lazy or lethargic, or be lazy, be lethargic. I suggest doing that, because you can actually lay there and probably think clearer, especially out here in nature. Walk slow. I ride my bike pretty slow. I even exercise kind of slow. Okay? So slow down. Don't be in a hurry for cellular decay, and then, you know, and putting all kinds of bad things inside your avatar, and then like and running around with your head cut off. Slow down. Okay? Slow down, rest. Structured water, meditate. Laughter's good. Laughter's yeah. good medicine, man. A good holistic health tip. All right, enough. Okay.